Ashley Tresleen, your host for Food for Life. I have an amazing show jam-packed with guests. We're going to be talking to Kim Brunton from Skin Catering. It's a wonderful spa. I have some of their products I can't wait to show you. We have Lindsay from the Reset, which is a wonderful gym in our area. We're going to talk about how she became what she became, how she became a trainer, what she does, how much fun it is. She used to be a professional dancer. I can't wait to ask her about that. And then finally, we will be talking to Fiona Perrin. She's the owner of Champagne Rendezvous. Now, that's something I can get behind with the holidays coming. Now, we will be right back with Kim from Skin Catering. Welcome, Kim. How are you?
Hi, Ashley.
How are you doing today?
Oh, it's a great day at the spa. It's always a great day.
Well, it's always a great day to go to a spa, right?
It is.
So they run a wonderful spa in our area, but not only do they run a wonderful spa, but they make wonderful clean beauty products. As you can see, I've been using one of their products. As you can see, it's only half full. Now, Kim, you're an esthetician, right?
True. Yeah.
What made you want to become an esthetician?
So I have a degree in criminal justice that I got right out of high school. I went right to college and I got a degree in criminal justice. And I realized I really didn't want to touch people I didn't really want to touch. That was no longer my thing once I kind of grew up a little bit. Still wanted to help people. After my second pregnancy, I got horrifying cystic acne. So I automatically thought about maybe helping others because an esthetician helped me and it changed my life. I had just had a second child. I was struggling every day, 2 kids, 18 months apart, and my skin was embarrassing. So I just decided this is what I'm going to do. And so I did it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I know some people that have degrees and things and they work in fields that are so different from anything they went into.
Yeah.
But your love for all this and your passion for all this came from a personal journey.
It really did.
I know so many pregnant women that get acne and they've never had a breakout in their life and they get it because of the hormone changes, right?
Yeah, and having 2 kids 18 months apart, my hormones were just like, what are we doing? You're going to have another baby? You're not going to have a baby? What's happening here? I was struggling. So, the hormones play a huge role in our lives, all throughout our lives. They say that your skin changes every 7 years, and I think it's because your hormones are adjusting. So, hormones are a very important part in our life. Now I'm the age that I'm at, and they're also playing a huge life with hyperpigmentation and night sweats and all that fun stuff. So we're always changing, we're always evolving, and our hormones are constantly just trying to adjust or forcing us to adjust.
I guess that would be the way to put it. I guess as we age, whether we start from teenagers all the way up to senior citizens, everything changes in our skin. Now, you have a wonderful partner who I love, and it's so much fun, Leanne. Now, how did the two of you meet?
Leanne and I met. She held a melanoma awareness class. It was a class on how to spot different melanomas, which is very important for estheticians because sometimes we're the first people to spot melanoma. I had already learned plenty in school, but I'm always looking to learn more. So I went to her class. We met in 2012. We talked. We liked the whole idea of organic skincare, clean skin. Clean wasn't even a term in 2012. Nobody had heard of clean skincare. It was all natural. And we kind of just clicked, and we've been partnering, creating, having fun, doing our thing ever since.
Yes. So you experiment. You're the one that helps experiment the formulas and come up with things. What makes you is it like me in the kitchen when I'm like creating a recipe and I'm like, hey, this will taste good in it, or maybe it won't? Or do you see things in your clients? Is that how you create things? Or do you just have a vision for a whole line of skincare in your head?
So when we first started, there was no real knowledge of how to create skincare. So that was fun. We had shea butter and all the delivery systems everywhere. We were slicked back with our hair for like 5 days trying to figure things out. We finally got a hold of it. We started this because I wanted to use all natural skincare in the room, in the aesthetics room. But now, as somebody with, now we know how to mix and we know what's going to work. I see issues, like you said, with my clients. I see, so that's a direct path, right? You want to help your client, so you create something. I see trends. We follow trends. You have to be a competitive product line to sell your product, right?
Of course.
So we try to keep up with that, and generally it's a mix of both. So what's happening in the aesthetics room and what's happening out to remain competitive. That's usually how it works. It's like 50-50.
I do have to say, I love the sense of all your products because there's all natural ingredients in it. I love to be able to read the label and pretty much know everything that's in it. And if I don't, I ask you. But I was telling her before we start, the face wash smells like strawberries, and I love it because then I smell like strawberries either all night or all day, depending on when I use it. And it's so lovely. People are like, I think I smell strawberries. I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Thank you.
They have... Oh, go ahead.
Strawberries have brightening effect on the skin. So that's one of the reasons that we use it. A byproduct of that is it smells delicious. So
you also have a mask, right? I have the face wash, but you guys also have a strawberry mask too.
True, we have a strawberry brightening mask, yes.
Now you have that. You guys have also created other masks that have pumpkin in it. You have serums. Now, for somebody that doesn't know what to put on their skin, what's the first thing they need to look for in clean beauty? Like, what do they need to know? Because you guys are vegan and cruelty-free.
Mostly vegan. We do have buttermilk products which don't adhere to that. However, the first thing to know when you're looking for skincare products is what kind of a skin do you really have? Because some people are topically dehydrated, but underneath they're oily. So that's a little bit of a learning curve in itself. You can't really treat your skin until you know what your skin is truly like. Okay. The other thing is, if you're looking at clean beauty, on top of making sure you're using the right skincare products, look for words like you had said that you can pronounce. Look for essential oils. Essential oils, there's a big conversation out there now in the all natural skincare lines, negative to essential oils. Essential oils.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I think they might not understand that you can't use essential oils directly on your skin. It's like 100% grain alcohol. They're distilled the same way. You're not supposed to drink grain alcohol straight unless you're looking for trouble. And essential oils are 100% pure, and they're too strong directly on your skin. So that might be where the misconception comes from. I don't really know, but they're the basis of medicines. They're the basis of, tons of stuff out there. And that, in our basic skincare line, those are the active ingredients. So, yeah.
I had the peptide booster that has kind of like a lemony scent.
Yes.
I love that one. I used all that. I have to get some more now that you guys have a sale going right now.
We do have a sale.
We'll get to that in a second because that's what I'll talk about for the holidays. What makes you decide that you have these products? Like, you know, you said you come up with what you're doing and you see in your things, but like you have like whole lines designed for things. And I know that you guys want to be cutting edge and stuff. I was talking to Leanne a while back about like, how do you feel about CBD like on the face and things like that in skincare?
So we don't have anything wrong against CBD. In the state of Massachusetts, though, the rulings are kind of funky and they're not defined, and we don't really want to get into anything until that is definitely laid out before us and everything is clear. We do sell a CBD oil, which is legal, but we can't create anything CBD because that's just where the legal issues come in, the creation of it. So CBD in general, we have nothing against. I use it on a regular basis for after I work out with my trainer. But yeah, so we do try to follow the trends because that's what people want to buy. You know, you hear the key words, you hear peptide booster, you hear all these fun things, and we have to remain competitive to sell our product. That's just generally how business works. But we love learning new things. We love trying new things. I myself am a product junkie. My bathroom is full of other brands that I say is research and development, but it's also great fun. So yeah.
So a day at Sephora when they have a sale is like a wonderful day. You get to try everything for research and development.
Research and development. Yes. My favorite new thing that we're working on is a cleansing balm. I've tried multiple cleansing balms in our research and development for skin catering products.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my favorite product these days.
I haven't found one I've liked. And what about facial oils? Like they say that the facial oils, I haven't really found one I was too crazy about.
So we have a squalane. It's very mild on the scale of facial oils. Some of them tend to be heavy. Is that what your problem is?
They're supposed to be like facial cleansing oils is what I like. They're instead of like a cleansing scrub or cleanser. I really
like the micellar water.
Yeah,
that's an oil. Yeah, we don't make anything like that. The theory behind that is water can't cleanse oil. Oil has to cleanse oil. That's the scientific theory behind that. Whether you believe that or not, that's your business. You know, we've been cleansing our skin without oil for years, but people love it. So
I do have to say the idea of you mixing all this together that's like a chemistry experiment is like my nightmare. Chemistry was like the worst thing I ever did in my life.
When we started, I'm not a chef. I'm an ingredient junkie. And when we started, I knew the percentages of the active ingredients I wanted in the products. I knew what I wanted I knew what I wanted the active ingredients delivered with. However, percentages don't really add up to the milliliters and the true measurements like Leanne's business. I just tell her what to put in it, how much, like I said, the percentages, but you should have seen us. We were like Lucy and Ethel. We were slipping all over. We had like shea butter everywhere. Between us, we had a cooktop and a microwave, and we were trying different things. We were slipping all over. Honest to God, my hair was like slicked back for 3 days straight. We were so happy because we were creating, but it was, oh my God, the place probably still has oil on the walls because there's no way they could ever get that out. It was just such a mess.
I can see the two of you like mad scientists looking like stuffing products down the shirt like the Lucy and Ethel episode that everyone sees. That would be hysterical.
On top of it, we had essential oil flowing like you wouldn't believe. So we were like, it was flying. It was just everywhere. The place was so filled with peppermint and other things. We were like totally out of our league. That there's just no other way to learn, but like the essential oils can literally make you high. And we were just, it was comical. It was comical. To this day, there are days that I walk in and I find Leanne in the lab and I'm like, oh no, go outside, take a walk outside, get out. You've been working too hard. We've pretty much honed it down now to perfection, but there are days that she's playing around and I'm like, oh no, that's enough. Get out.
You guys are too funny.
Yeah.
Now, we did mention that with the holidays coming up, that you have a sale going on.
We do.
Tell people. I won't get the products I want if I tell people.
So we have an online sale for our advanced skincare line. And you can go to catertourskin.com, and it's a great sale just on the advanced line. So like the glycolic cleanser, the glycolic mask, the strawberry, and our salicylic. So the strawberry has a lactic acid in it. It's a beautiful brightener. The salicylic is for oily skin. And it has white willow bark in it. And the glycolic cleanser is absolutely, it's a glycolic cleanser and it resurfaces your skin.
I do have to say that I am so grateful to you. My mom is so afraid to try anything, like anything that is like new product. She's always so afraid because she has sensitive skin that it's going to have like some sort of reaction or something bad. And especially during the pandemic when we were locked down, that she buys their products and she has stuff at home and she's been using it very slowly. I'm trying to convince her to buy more. And she loves it. And you guys were so kind answering all of her questions. They have wonderful customer service. So if you guys have questions, they're the people to see.
Now, here's my favorite topic. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
My favorite topic.
Now, I'm going to ask you one last thing. Now that you have the sale going on, the holidays are coming up, what is your favorite part of your job, like going into this time of the year?
Going into this time of year? My favorite part of my job is helping teenagers, clearing up a skin, giving a kid the confidence that they deserve to have, and changing their life. That's my favorite part. But my favorite part going into this part of the year is our advent calendar. We have great discounts. We every day we try to steeply discount either a service or a product online, and that's my favorite part of the year. Skin catering, it's almost like we're giving back. We started that 9 years ago, and it's really nice to be able to be gracious and give the steep discounts that we give in the spa. Now, if you're in the local area, check them out and go into the spa. But anyone can buy anything online for the Skin Catering Pro. Go online, buy the products, send them to your family and friends. You can always buy gift certificates. I think it's a nice thing to do, a little self-care maybe for the end of the year. Self-care. You can't take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself first. We really and truly agree. That's our mantra. Right? Thank you so much, Kim, for coming on, and I appreciate you for sharing all your knowledge and your things, and I hopefully maybe in the new year you can tell us about new things like for our skin. Thank you so much for having us, Ashley. We're good things coming, and I hope you have a happy new year. Thank you. You too. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Bye, Kim. All right, everyone. Kim and Leanne have a wonderful place. So if you're in the area, check it out. Now we will be right back with Lindsay from The Reset.
Champagne Rendezvous is handcrafted totally naturally, made from organic grapes, exclusively in Premier Cru vineyards in Champagne, France. We craft everything naturally from vine to bottle. No chemical fertilizer, no fungicide, no pesticide, crafted with very low sugar also as well. We go beyond organic and we craft the champagne totally naturally From vines to cellar, here you will find champagne that is much more digest, that is much more aromatic, that is vibrant, and that really represents the place that where the champagne is made. The champagne that you want to have for all your occasion. Grab your bottles for your holidays and come and cheers with us. Santé.
Okay, and we're back. Now, Lindsay owns this great new place called The Reset. I have yet to check it out yet because I'm, a little bit afraid to go into a gym yet, but we will see. I'm going to invite her in and we're going to get to talk to her. I want to hear about her professional dancing experience and all the really cool things she has going on in The Reset. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on. Now, I was telling everyone that you told me that you were a professional dancer, which is so cool. And you listed some of the places that you were a dancer at, some theme parks and things. Where else were you a dancer? Like, what was your best job ever?
Oh man, that's tough. I got to dance with Sesame Street Live, which was amazing. I also was dancing at Disney forever, but the best professional dance job I had was a magician's assistant, which was so cool. So I'm sworn to secrecy, so you can't ask me how things were done, but that was definitely the best experience.
Wow, a magician's assistant. I didn't know they would have a professional dancer as an assistant.
Yes.
Although it's been a while since I seen a magic show. So how did you shift from being a professional dancer for years to being a trainer?
That's a great question. So I had to cross train a lot, especially when I was working with Sesame Street Live. A lot of those costumes are very heavy. So I had to put a lot of muscle on just to be able to perform 90-minute shows with tons of costume changes. And I loved how I felt. I loved this, the progress that I was making. My performances were becoming easier. So as I started to age in the professional dance world, I wanted to, like Kim was saying, help people. So I wanted to, share that feeling with other people, and I wanted to inspire people to move more. So that was the reason why.
How heavy are those costumes?
Oh man, some of them would be 50 to 75 pounds.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Because you have mechanics in them, so they're
just being able to dance in a costume that big.
Period. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. I really would think dancing in that, I'd be so uncoordinated. I'd totally fall over or something.
It does bring a huge, a different awareness to your body when your vision in type of costumes like that are minimal. So yes, balance, all sorts of things play into part. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that's like. I get so nervous whenever I was a figure skater. So
Cool.
Thank you. When you go to those shows and they have people in costumes skating and they're jumping, I'm like, oh my God, please don't fall. Please don't fall.
Yeah. And and especially when the lighting is so different when you're on stage or in an arena like that, where there's no front. So your whole spatial awareness is lost.
Oh, I can only imagine. So how long did it take you to go from dancer to trainer? I know that were you getting certified as you were learning how much you like to be training?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as soon as I was done traveling, I came back to the Western Mass area, and there wasn't really too much dancing things here. I was teaching dance, but I loved teaching dance, but it wasn't really fulfilling my soul. So I was teaching dance, working kind of like at Starbucks for a little bit, learning, educating myself, taking certifications, taking classes from other places. And once I got certified, I kind of went right down the line. I was like Zumba certified, TRX certified, personal training certified. Like I did everything all at once. So I quit everything and was like, I'm ready. I'm here. I want to train everywhere. And then during COVID is when I made the transition to Reset.
Now, opening your own place during COVID is very, very brave.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was thinking. It's been a huge struggle, but I'm beyond grateful. I cannot be happier. So yeah, it's insane, but I couldn't say no, like it was just a good opportunity. And I was like, what do I have to lose? Nothing. So.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, sometimes when you're ready, you're just ready. And if you can make it, if you survive COVID like you did, I mean, then you're all set.
Oh, let's hope so.
Now, you guys have welcomed people back into your gym. Now, what's that been like?
It's been kind of tough. You can see that there is a hesitation, but as soon as people walk into the space, they see how open it is, and that there's there's large windows that we can have open. People have their own kind of section to be in their TRX spot. So it's been, that transition hasn't been too hard. Once people can physically come in and see the space, they're like, oh, this is going to be good.
That's great. It is a wonderful building that you're in. Now you're doing this and it feels great. Like, what do you feel like? We're coming into the holiday season. So many people talk about, like, I'm always asked, like, what do I eat to stay healthy? What do I do? Like, how am I going to go to a party now? Especially now everyone has this, like, I haven't done this. I didn't do this last year. Now what do I do again?
I know.
So what do people ask you the most about, like, staying moving during the holiday season?
They ask mostly like, what should I eat? Like, and that's not my scope of practice, but I always try to tell people, like, you want to enjoy the moment with your family. So you don't want to cut things completely out, but most of the time it's like, how do I move when it's so cold? Like, what can I do? So I do try to either like send people things that they can do at their house. I try to motivate them doing like step challenges in their home. So there's always something you can do in your home, especially during the holidays with your family.
I gotta tell you, trying to hang up the Christmas lights, that's kind of a workout.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of core and a lot of stabilizing.
And trying not to fall off the ladder. So,
absolutely.
So what is it like? What is your main focus at the Reset?
My main focus is, to make fitness fun, but not make it feel like you're working out. And also I really just want people to feel good, like at the end of the day, feeling good. And like nothing feels better than like moving your body, sweating a little bit. It might suck during it. Like you might not like doing it after, but you will always feel good after. Like I can guarantee you'll feel differently always leaving out of here.
Yeah, ask my trainer every time she asks me to do push-ups in the face I make.
Oh, I thrive off of eye rolls, dirty looks. I live for that stuff.
Well, I just make a face. I don't like them. They're not my favorite. What can I say?
People don't hold back here. They're ruthless to me.
Oh dear. So during the holidays, like, are you offering anything special? Like, do you have a membership or do you guys just sign up per class?
So I don't have a membership. It's kind of come as you go. I am doing a special right now for unlimited classes for 45 days. It's $69.99 for 45 days. So that's unlimited classes. You can do any of the classes here. We have yoga, we have dance fitness, which is very similar to Zumba style, like boot camp classes and functional fitness classes. And we are going to be doing a class on Thanksgiving here. I haven't decided if it's going to be boot camp or not, probably boot camp, but there will be a class on Thanksgiving if people are looking to, if they don't have a place to go and they're looking to do something. I want to offer a space for people to have a community and feel like the holidays, maybe if they don't have family around here or they can't get to their family. So there will be a class on Thanksgiving here.
Or if, like me, the whole turkey trot thing, like.
Or that. Yeah.
I will be with my family, and where they are, it's a lot colder than here. So doing a turkey trot on Christmas or on Thanksgiving morning is a little too cold for me.
Way too cold. I don't enjoy running in the cold.
Yeah, I know everyone has their things, but that's a wonderful thing to do for people, and it's a great thing to do. Now, you can see that when everyone's been talking, I've had their Facebook and their follow and their website, so make sure that you guys take screenshots of those so that you can follow them and you can get all their information, because we don't want to miss out on any of these holiday specials. And speaking of holiday specials, is everyone marking their calendar for our Food for Life 90-minute holiday special this Sunday, November 21st at 1 p.m. Now, mark your calendars. And we're going to ask Lindsay a few more questions before she goes. Now, your worst and best exercise, the thing that you roll your eyes at.
Oh, great question. The one I least enjoy doing is a renegade row, which is in a plank position where you are rowing right by your side. Not a fan. But I love a good burpee. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I love a burpee.
Well, I guess it all depends. I don't mind doing squats. So, other people may feel differently about that.
Yes. So it depends on the day. Sometimes I don't like doing squats either.
Well, do you guys only do classes, or do you do one-on-one sessions if somebody wants to, say, maybe gift that for the holidays to someone?
I do offer personal training or like a couples training. I know, again, a lot of people are still kind of hesitant on coming into a gym, working out. So I do provide one-on-one time so you can still get your workout in. And also a lot of people come and are looking for something specific, and I like to try to cater to every person that comes in here. So sometimes a lot of people have postural issues, and the TRX is fantastic for that. Really opens up your chest and really engages your core. So there are a lot of available spots for one-on-one, especially if you're trying to get comfortable onto the TRX too, because it's a completely different entity over there.
I haven't tried TRX yet, but it sounds like you have some amazing things going on. And as you can see, you can follow Lindsay on Instagram. She does these really cool reels that makes you really want to work out. And then you look at how fit she is and you sit there and go, I really should work out and get today. But
those reels sometimes they're a workout for sure. Just like starting it and stopping it. Social media is a full-time job.
It is. You get used to it, but I want to say goodbye to Kim. We're going to add her back in. So, all right, Kim, Lindsay, thank you both for being my guests today, and I appreciate you both. Is there anything you guys want us to know about the holiday season? Is there anything, like one last minute thing you want anybody to know about your businesses?
Go ahead, Lindsay.
I'm going to be messaging Kim about my skin.
And I'm going to be messaging Lindsay about training.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is, I definitely would come and try it, especially if you're trying to start moving again and you need some accountability. Definitely check us out. And we offer a ton of different classes. So you might not like one type of class, but we might have a different class that you might enjoy here.
Sounds like fun. And Kim, do you have any last thoughts for our viewers?
Well, Skin Catering would love to see everybody over the holiday season. We are so happy to be in our new place downstairs at Tower Square on the street level. And it's a great gift. It's a great gift to yourself. And like I said before, you can't take care of everybody else if you don't take care of yourself. That goes for Lindsay's people too.
Yeah, I think that's a great sentiment. Well, happy holidays to you both and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you both for coming on. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you too.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thanks for having.
Bye.
Bye.
Now we know how to move our bodies a little more and take care of our skins. Those are both two really great forms of personal care and self-care. If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of others, which is something that I'm really grateful for, that I can do that this year. Now, I am going to share an interview after these messages from my wonderful friend, Fiona Perrin, the owner of Champagne Rendezvous. And I got to tell you, she taught me a few things about natural champagne that I honestly did not know. Hi, everyone. It's Ashley Tresling. I am your host for Food for Life, and welcome back. Today, one of my fabulous guests is Fiona Perrin from Champagne Rendezvous. We're going to talk about natural champagne and all their wonderful champagnes they have for celebrating the holidays and the wonderful things she does. So I'm going to add Fiona back into our conversation and let her say hi and tell her all about her wonderful company. Let's see. Hi, Fiona.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Ashley.
Hi. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm excited to let people know about your wonderful brand and for them to hear all about what you do. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got into this business?
Yes, definitely. So I'm originally I am from France, from Lyon. So, this is one of the gastronomical capital of France. So I was very early in the food and wine environment by my family and also by my culture. So I guess I grew up a little bit with this passion for the culinary world and the wine world also as well, mainly from my grandparents actually. And then I started to evolve in the wine business after actually my marketing school. I had a passion to enter the wine world by a sommelier program, and that's what I did. And when I started basically at my first course, at my first class, I was with my glass like this, and I was like, this is really my thing, and I think I want to work in the wine business. So my path was found.
So are you a certified sommelier?
Not quite. I did actually just like a short kind of program. My background is really in business, actually in
Mhm.
marketing and in management. But when I got out of basically my business school, I didn't know anything about wine. But I had this passion to learn, and I knew I was passionate about food and wine. And so I did like a first program of sommelier. I could have continued to be really certified in restaurants and everything, but it was really not my goal, as my background was business. I wanted to have like the basic knowledge of wine. So I did like a 3 months intensive program, and then it's all about experience and tasting, and uh, basically tasting through wine with wine growers and winemakers that I did my background in wine.
I love to hear that you're passionate through like your family and your upbringing. That's the same way for me with food. Like I learned my passion in my cooking through food in my family. It's kind of like it sets you on the path. You never realize how much your family influences what you do. Now,
Exactly.
what made you want to start a champagne business? I mean, there's so many amazing wines that come out of France. What's champagne in particular?
So what is funny is that just before starting this program, what wanted me to start basically and enter the wine world was champagne. I don't know why. This is just crazy. I started to be passionate about this product. I think it was, because of the image of that we have of champagne, that is joyful, that is all about celebration and enjoying life. I think this was just, it talked to me, and I instinctively really loved the product and the bubbles. For me, it was really like a magical product. And this is what basically got me also into wine. I had this in mind. Okay, when I get out of my business school, I want to work in the champagne world. It was not even wine world, it was like the champagne world. So it was a little bit, the dream for me, the dream come true. So that was kind of ultimately like my goal in the wine world. So it was really a motivation. So I always got passionate about this product. But what is very funny is that it's only really later in my career that I got to work for champagne brands, basically. I really
Uh-huh.
started in the wine world for different vineyards, for different winemakers. So I started to represent different brands, and mainly in the US market. So this is why also I started my brand in the US market, because I spent many years in the US also as well. And finally, it's just recently, about 3 years ago, in my latest job, that I was working for a champagne house, that I ultimately got to my dream job. So this was just amazing. And this was a big stepping stone for me, because it really got me into what the big champagne world is, and really the distinction between the champagne brands that we really see mainly in the market, the big commercial brands, and the world of the wine growers and the grower champagne, as we call them. So it's really two different worlds. And thanks to my latest job, I really jumped into this world. And ultimately, it got me to start my own brand of champagne.
Which I absolutely love. Now, your company is Champagne Rendezvous, and
Yes.
I want to, before we talk about what natural champagne is, I need you to settle something for me. I have this debate with people all the time, and I keep trying to explain to them champagne versus sparkling wine. And I need to explain to people all the time. I'm like, there is a difference, and there is a reason for that. Can you maybe explain a little for us?
Sure, there is. So maybe we'll start with this big statement that so uh, champagne is a sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wines are champagne. So this is what we have to remember. So to be called champagne, a sparkling wine to be called champagne has to be produced and bottled in the region of Champagne in France. So this is about northeast of Paris, about 100 kilometers east of Paris. And this is a small region. So basically, all other sparkling wines, even from France, out of the Champagne region, cannot be called champagne. So this is really important, because there is still a lot of education to do. I know mainly also in the US, we still have this kind of miscommunication on the name, where people order champagne, but they think sparkling wine, but am I ordering champagne? So it's true that there is still a big work to do on education to really make the difference. So maybe two things to remember to be named champagne. So of course, produced and bottled in the Champagne region. One particularity of champagne is the method of production. There is two fermentation going on, and of course the second one is where the bubbles are trapped directly in the bottle. So the second fermentation is happening inside the bottle, and this is called the méthode traditionnelle, the traditional method, or the méthode champenoise, the champagne method. And this is unique to Champagne, or actually Champagne or the Champagne region started this method. And the second thing to remember is what is very unique is that after the second bottle fermentation, so the bubbles are trapped in the bottle, the wine has to stay and to age 15 months on the lees, which are basically the dead yeast in the bottle. 15 months is the law in Champagne to be called champagne. So for non-vintage champagne, 15 months, and for vintage champagne, 36 months. So this is really the big difference.
So you can't just drink champagne after it's done. It has to sit and age and become something amazing.
Exactly.
Now, your brand, Champagne Rendezvous, and please pardon my horrible French pronunciation. I am terrible. Every time I pronounce French cooking words too, I'm horrible at it.
No, don't worry.
So please forgive me. It's a natural champagne and organic, which I love because I'm always so aware of what I put inside my body and what is good for me. And I'm not a huge drinker, but I do like drinking a glass of wine or champagne or something. And I want to make sure that I'm drinking something that is made from the best possible products. I mean, I do it from coffee to alcohol to the vegetables I buy. And your product provides that for us. You want to tell us a little bit about how you grow everything and start to finish kind of?
Yes, definitely. It's a great thing to talk about those differences because there is still also a lot of miscommunication about brands, but also in the market of what is champagne, what is organic, what is not, what is natural. So it's great to be able to clarify the definition. Our love for champagne started also with everything healthy, everything more conscious. I'm exactly like you. Like I consume everything organic, from my vegetables to I'm very careful to what I put to inside my body, and that's what got us to start basically a line of natural champagne. The idea came from when I was working for my previous champagne house. I started to tour the market. I was basically doing a couple of states per year. So I had the chance to really see the different states in the US. And through all my experience when I was traveling, I really saw a lack of options in terms of natural, handcrafted champagne in the market. So I really had this impression that consumers were kind of stuck with always the same brand, the same commercial brands in every liquor store. But I was like, what is the option for people that don't really know, and what can they grab instead of mainly the known marketing brands that are in the market? Is there another option? So that's really what motivated us to start this brand of champagne. And so we really put forward natural champagne. This is quite unique because we talk a lot about natural wines. We hear this a lot, natural wines, but it's much more rare to talk about natural champagne. There is still a lot of debate, but let's see how it's made and just to see the difference between organic and between natural. So we work with a certified organic grower champagne. So it comes exclusively, the grapes come exclusively from his family vineyard, and he's certified organic since 2013. So he really started since a couple of years ago. He's the new generation taking on the vineyard, and he wanted this to have all the natural process and no chemicals from vine to bottle.
Now, you told me that this is kind of almost like a new concept and a little more of a kind of like a rebel kind of thing, like going against the old houses. And how do they feel about this? Is this something they may be into, or is it just they do everything the same no matter what?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's so basically everything is a lot about marketing, and so the big brands have really the power of marketing, which is great because they are basically the image of the region. It helped really to spread out the word of champagne since many years. That's how champagne got into the export markets, and which is great. The growers champagne are kind of the backbone of the region, so they are the one that produce the champagne. So today we talk about organic, about natural. So of course the big brands, they want to kind of have, you know, a part of the market in this big business. But you have to be careful because there is organic, and I mean, people are trying to do organic just for the marketing, and people are really growing with passion and conviction, organic, basically champagne. So here, when we talk about organic champagne, when you see the label organic, it really certifies that in the vineyard, in the vines, everything is grown without chemicals, without chemical fertilizer, without fungicide, without pesticides. And so this gives basically the consumer the insurance that everything is clear of chemicals in the vineyard, which is great. So what we wanted is basically taking a step above, exactly like natural wines, is having the same clean process and no chemical process in the cellar also as well. So that's where we take a step above. Basically, you have to imagine that even with the organic certification, 50 additives can be added in the champagne or in the wine, which is crazy. So it gives you an insurance on one side, but not on the other side in the cellar, in the process of vinification. So natural is basically giving you the certification that in the vine, there are no chemicals, and in the cellar, there are the less manipulation as possible, exactly as natural wine. So it's basically natural champagne is not a legal definition. That's what is tricky, exactly like natural wine. So we have to explain, and people kind of have to basically trust or do also their kind of research to know exactly what's inside the bottle or how the winemaker is basically growing his vines. So that's basically the definition of natural wine. So here you have really, I would say, no chemicals in the process of growing in the vines and no chemicals in the cellar. The wines are basically produced using only natural yeast. Everything that is basically added is totally natural. The one thing that we add is a little dash of SO2, of sulfite, the minimum possible. This is just to keep basically for transportation. So to give you an idea, champagne, normally for all the champagne and commercial champagne, it can go up to 180 milligram of sulfite per liter.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more than...
So it's a lot, yes. Here in natural wine, we go to 40, which is like natural wine or natural champagne. It's a very low amount. It's basically what is contained naturally in the wine and just a little dash for the transportation. So that's the big difference with, I would say, champagne brands or normal champagne and natural champagne.
Taste it. When, like, I've had your champagne, I've had all three of them, I can say. And I am not a rosé drinker, but I like yours, and I like the way everything tastes. I can taste that clean flavor and that, not that like over chemicals. Sometimes too many sulfites, you can taste it and it doesn't taste good. At least to me. I know some people don't notice and they love it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I enjoy yours, and with the holidays coming up, I know you guys have something special. I have a picture right up top.
Yes.
You want to tell us about the special you guys have going on right now?
Yes, definitely. So for the holidays, we had a very big success with the Brut. And so for the rest of the year, we are unfortunately out of stock, but it will be coming back next year. Yeah. So it was great. So for the holidays, we're doing a special duo pack with our Extra Brut and our Rosé. I don't know if you can see clearly the label here.
I can see, you can see it in the pictures.
Yeah. So we are doing a special duo pack here that you can find exclusively on our website. This is something that was very new also for us. We wanted to be fully digital and to be able to ship to everyone in the US directly, to receive your champagne bottles to your door, which is great. And that's something that we wanted to do to customers. So we have this special duo pack, and we have a special pricing on our website. So you can directly order on our online boutique on sip.champagnerendezvous.com. And here you can order directly online, and we ship directly to your door for the holidays.
Which is a great thing. Like my grandmother loves champagne, and we're going to be spending the holidays with them. I think we're going to buy them some and send it and let her try it and see if she likes it.
Yes.
I'm hoping she'll like it, because it's a great gift to also give somebody that you can't be with and maybe think of you to celebrate. And champagne's the thing that you always think about for celebrating and family.
Yeah, definitely. It's really the time to, have a good times with your friends and family, and champagne is for celebration. So it's the perfect time of the year.
I also want to know, like, you have a great passion for this, and I love it. And I've actually learned a lot more than I even didn't know. You taught me so many other things I didn't even know. But what do you think your favorite thing is to pair with champagne? Like, what do you like to do? Like, when you're having a glass at home with friends or your husband, like, what do you do?
So really the thing that I love, and that is the most casual, but also at the same time that can be really fancy for the holidays, I love to do cheese and charcuterie plates. I know everyone does. It's really something that is easy to do, but at the same time it can be super fancy, and champagne is just perfect with this. The extra brut, I love it because it's very low in sugar. So here we just have 3 grams of sugar per liter, which is super low. So not over sweet. It does not overcome the food, which is great. And this loves basically all the kind of cheese, soft cheese, but also comté, hard cheese that is great. It's perfect pairings also for a little bit more fancy for the holidays, for fish, sea bass, all your tartars. And if you want to be extra fancy, for caviar and truffles. This is perfect. So this is very silky, very vibrant. It's a great acidity. This is really the freshest of all. And it has really a soft touch. It's between kind of a youthful acidity and also kind of a toastiness of aged champagne that I love. It's a great contrast.
I would think the rosé would go well with turkey, maybe?
With the turkey, it's perfect. Poultry, white meat, it's great. So yeah, this is very versatile. You can have from starter to basically during the whole meal, which is great for all the holidays. And
which I'm into. I'm good with that.
And the rosé, I love the rosé. I mean, if you're a rosé fan and you want to have, the rosé kind of all year, this is a serious food champagne. It's very sophisticated, actually. It's super aromatic on different kind of little spices of red berries. And this is great on spicy food. It can also accommodate some salmon, some lobster, also some steak. This is great because it has the body to handle some like sirloin beef. So I love it. And more casual, here you have the cheese and here you have the charcuterie. So, when you pair with the same color, so this is pink, and when you pair with charcuterie, you can assure that this is a great match with, all kind of ham and charcuterie. It's awesome.
Well, there you have it. You have something for everyone, every taste, anything you want to have on your plate.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say that I know that you love everything about your job, but do you have one favorite thing, especially at the holidays? Is there something really special about your job you love?
My passion, it's really, I started this job because I'm passionate, and this is really what keeps me going. I love to explain what is behind the bottles, what we do. And I think something that is every day of the year is just educating people. And also to be eye-opening, on something different. So we really wanted to offer, a conscious alternative to what is on the market. It's something very different. We bring definitely kind of an outsider point of view in this champagne world that is dominated by big brand. But for me, I'm like, if you want to encourage small business, handcrafted, everything that is made in small production, artisanal, this is really what we wanted to do, to educate people, to democratize champagne, and also to shun the elitist, image of champagne. So this is really what keeps me going: education, passion, and also to make people happy with the bubbles.
I can definitely say it makes us happy. And I can definitely say the one thing about your champagne is, compared to, I've seen bottles go for quite a bit of money in the liquor store, yours has a very reasonable price point.
Yes, it was really one of the conditions we wanted to make. Whether you are a champagne expert, champagne novice, we wanted to make, accessible but high quality bubbles, made in respect of nature and people. This is really our motto. This is what we want to do. When you think that basically what the price you're paying for brands, you're paying a lot for marketing for brands. Here you're paying for what's inside the bottles. Here you have basically champagnes that are aged for 4 to 5 years. So you're kind of having a vintage champagne. Vintage champagne is always so pricey in stores. And here you have this for, the price of non-vintage. So I think we wanted to bring value with high quality, and I hope that people will enjoy this.
Well, you heard it, everyone. Fiona, thank you so much. We've learned so much from you today. I learned some things that I didn't even know. Go out, get your 2-packs in the special, get them now so they can be to you by the holidays, and tune into our holiday special on November 21st at 1 p.m. And we're going to be making a special cocktail with Champagne Rendezvous. So make sure you write that down on your calendar, because it's a special 1 p.m., remember. And thank you, Fiona. I'm so happy you were able to come on.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
At VentureX Holyoke, professional community needs white glove concierge services. Our turnkey workspaces with flexible terms include all the amenities you'll need: a receptionist, high-speed internet, free parking, gourmet coffee, and more. Centrally located off 91 and the Mass Pike, our private offices and conference room rentals provide ideal space for small to medium businesses and corporate events. Our team will ensure you have all the tools you'll need to succeed. VentureX, the future of workspace.